So, yes, this is the 5th episode of Nordcast. My name is Thorri.
My name is Sondra.
And
my name is Igor.
And Andrew.
Andrew, yes. Hello.
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 Zdorova.
Yeah, Zdorova.
Zdorova?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, can you introduce yourself? Tell me a little bit about yourselves for the guests.
Yes.
For the guests.
For the viewers. For the viewers,
For the viewers.
You are the guest.
You are the guest. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So, yeah, almost 3 years ago, we joined this school game development program. So, it was really fun to study this, and it was something new because I can't actually find something same in Russia, the same program. Yeah, that's it. So, now we're working for a bachelor project. It's our last year, and we will tell you about the project probably.
Yeah. So that's one of the things I was going to ask you, if there's anything similar to this study program in Russia, game design or...
No, not that. We have game developers, but they're mostly like freelance or small companies who is actually like making games. Yeah, it's some studies for 3D modeling and like design, but
yeah, I mean
not
computer
game
science
design.
too, I guess. And
yeah,
stuff
it's
like
a lot
that.
of like subjects like IT and programming.
Mostly programming.
Yeah, mostly programming, but it's nothing the same like game design, because the game design is something like specific and some kind of like really thin subject.
Yeah, it's a new subject
Yeah,
too.
it's a new subject.
Yeah, games are not considered serious in
Yeah.
Russia,
Yeah,
so I guess that's
exactly.
another
Yeah,
like prejudice in Russia that only children play games, so you
Yeah.
shouldn't be
That's what I
trying
thought.
to make
But
them.
in fact, all adults as well.
Yeah. But who's gonna admit it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't admit that. So
I guess it's a new thing in Norway as well, but we have some more, or it's like here in Steinkjer and other places there are
Yeah, I
some.
heard Högskolan in Hedmark, they
Yeah.
also got a program like that.
Yeah. But they're not very common here either.
Yeah.
no, we blew up in Iceland though with it's called CCCP, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, the guys who make
Eve Online and
Yeah.
Oh,
Dust
okay.
514. They
Yeah.
made that, yeah. And they're just growing and growing. There are a lot of and Quiz Up,
Okay.
Yeah.
plain vanilla games
Yeah.
like that, and it's just for such a small country we're putting out a lot of games
Yeah.
and VR stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
A
is
lot of
is
cool
really
things.
Which
great.
is amazing.
Yeah.
You get to play around with VR a bit here
Yeah.
at school,
Yeah.
right?
We tried it
Yeah.
at least. The first year students they are making a VR game, so I tested once.
Yeah, you tried the Mars Blast.
Yes.
I think
yes.
yeah.
I really like it because
Yeah, it's cool.
for first year students it's really cool.
You could just you could just tell them to.
No, I shouldn't.
Did we see that on camera?
Just the hand coming up.
Small Asian man just crawling on stage. It's like the hidden hand. Just
Yeah. So Mars Blast. Yeah.
yeah, we had them on here for the
Yeah.
first
Actually
episode.
seen this episode when the guy's been here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about VR. It's a lot of interesting stuff happening there. A lot of these new technologies and just with games. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of.
But
Yeah.
so the project you were working on, if you wanna tell us a little bit about that.
Well, a small backstory, I guess.
Yeah,
wouldn't-
start. Yeah, please.
Yeah, ruin it. So basically, how would I put it? The company that were interested in there is a company that were interested in making their workers, employees more productive. And since they know some people in our school, they decided to just try it out. So, okay, are there any people who would be interested in making such kind of project?
Yeah.
And there was a meeting with them, and several people showed up, and we just talked a little bit about their project, what they're doing, what the goal is, and that's basically it. And after that, me and Igor, we decided to collaborate, and we basically approached them and said that, hey, here we are, we really, really, really want to work on this project, so let's just make something happen. And this is how this project started.
Yeah.
They actually told that they read a little bit about gamification.
Yeah, I
and,
was going to ask
yeah,
about that. It's like gamifying
yes,
work.
and
basically, yeah.
they read about gamification, and after they decided, okay, we have to go to this school and ask maybe a student there or know something about that. So it was a meeting. It was about 10 our classmates, 7 our classmates there,
Right.
and. Yeah, they start to propose company and like tell what they are doing, and maybe someone want to do that, and we actually start to be interested in that because it's not come to straight to the game development, but it's so interesting because we just decided, okay, we're gonna do that. We actually asked our classmates to join us, but for some reasons they
Decided not to.
Yeah.
And another thing at least that I can add is that they wanted to gamify the app that they already have. And gamification, this was just something, on top. So this was more of a proof of concept.
Oh,
that
yeah,
this
yeah.
is something that can add value to their app.
Yes.
And that's another reason why they decided to approach the school.
Yeah.
Okay, but a little bit more. Who were it that approached the school? Where were they from, or what?
The
That came to you? Yeah, the
Company
is
there.
based in America, in Las
Right.
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
But
Because most of the clients there. So
I do enjoy the using gamification for like we were doing with learning Russian, like gamifying language learning.
it's Duolingo.
Yeah, Duolingo. Yeah.
Yeah, but gamification, if you will see, gamification is everywhere.
Yeah.
You're trying to
Exactly.
all the tracking apps. It's like gamification.
Yeah.
You're getting
Yeah.
a badge. You're getting some like messages, some
Goals,
notification.
all
Yes.
that,
It's
points.
because now is everything gamification, and every like developer actually thinking now how we can gamify any applications, because
exactly.
it's take more attractions than just normal one.
And it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's psychological, definitely.
Game design
Yeah.
by itself is pure psychology, because your goal as a game designer to keep the player entertained and keep them engaged.
Yeah.
Keep them hooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is just pure psychology.
Definitely. Yeah.
I definitely see that it's interesting. It's an interesting field to kind of blend. You have to work with people in that way,
Yeah.
and technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the gamification. It's kind of human-focused design. So basically, if before all developers they paid attention, or application developers they paid attention to functions. So for example, okay, company requested this application, and we need to provide and have these functions in applications. They just give it, or like
Without the human interaction.
Without,
Yeah.
they haven't actually. Most of the developers before they haven't thought about end user, how the user feeling, and like what the user feeling, why they're using it. So and this like human focused design and gamification, it comes more to users, and you learning user before you start to develop something. So
Yeah, that's it. It is important too in the visuals of the app. You handle the visuals and just the programming side.
Yeah.
It is very important, the visuals too, of being
Yeah.
easy to navigate and all that.
Yeah, but for our application, as like our end user, it's was like kind of unexperienced user with smart devices, and so our goal was to provide a best experience for like unexperienced or like only beginner with smart devices. So we came up with like flat design. It's a simple design. What's actually so obvious, every icon it has meaning, and you shouldn't remember a lot of stuff and data if you will have like lists or something. So yeah.
And another, at least interesting thing about our project is that we took the human design concept and we took it much, much further, because the reason is that a lot of gamification vendors, they provide really standardized solutions. They provide you badges, they provide you with leaderboards, they provide you with points. And the thing is that most of the time it just replicates the real world. There are a lot of metrics that track you, here's your rewards, and etc. So what we did is that we actually obviated. We got rid of badges, we got rid of leaderboards, and we got rid of points. So we've introduced much more features that were actually we actually thought about the users, so what they could enjoy, what would be important to them, and we even somewhat made a deal with management, so we slightly changed the workflow of the end users, the real workflow, and the real workflow of the management to just get the best result out of the app.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes. So basically, like now, if previously our end users they had no communication with management or like direct communication, now
communication,
live
let's say.
live communication, they can get it now. So basically, so for example, if you're working hard and no one's saying you, or it was a great job, you kind of sad with that, right? Because you're a person, you have feelings.
You
So you're
want to be
getting-
recognized.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
you're
you
not
want-
only getting badges, you're getting real
It's
human,
not-
Yeah, we're
that's the
getting-
human
yeah,
achievements.
that's the thing.
That's I like that.
So,
That's
for
very
example-
cool.
Let me start programming.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We got rid of badges that actually like show less pictures on the screen, but instead, even if you get, for example, good job from people who are higher in the
Yeah, I
hierarchy,
mean,
it is
you
much
want,
more important.
You want that from your boss.
Yes.
That he actually
Not
appreciates
from,
your
like,
Yeah.
work.
Program AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is something you kind of wanted to add to the project that they didn't plan, or you had some input and
Basically, we got like complete freedom developing this
Yeah.
project.
What were the guidelines? Did you get any? You know, is it all just your?
Color scheme? Color scheme, maybe?
Yeah, like only restrictions was as a color scheme of the application.
Oh, okay.
We got blue background because blue is a color of
the-
company.
yeah.
So yeah, we decided to make background blue, but the rest it was full
Up to
freedom.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And because we when we beginning to learn about gamification, it was like like it's so much information, and you're not really sure what you're gonna use in an application because you can't put everything inside because you have to be you have to pay
Selective.
attention, and be selective. You have to pay attention for end user, and like we came up with only few ideas from all of the opportunities we
And
got.
that's why I said that what we've developed is a proof of concept.
Yes.
We have much more ideas, but we took like the essence of what we are
Yeah.
trying to show, and we just put that in.
Yeah.
yeah, was it a little scary to have that much freedom?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you like it more to have no guidelines or actually be not contained within something? But
For me
you know.
personally, I guess you'll be the next one. For me personally, it was the best thing that happened to me because this is your responsibility. This
Yes.
is your basho. This is your responsibility, and you are supposed to do your best. And if there's something that you want to do, you don't care about restrictions or freedom. You just do it.
Exactly.
But for me, it was really great that we got a freedom because we can try different things and try it out. Since we communicating with a company really often, so once in a week, and we can show result and we can ask them questions. Do they agree with our thoughts or like with the things we want to implement in the application? So it was not a problem. Just you trying, you doing that, and after you just asking, can we use that or not? Because when you're showing the result. So it has place there, then like they just decide do we need it or not. So
I do have some screenshots of them if you wanted
Yeah.
to talk a little bit about the.
yeah, we can.
Let me just open it up. If it would ever work. Yeah, here it is.
So
So if you wanna.
yes, I think I can introduce. You see here? It's a goal organizer.
Preview just
Yeah.
a little bit. We were developing an app for hotel inspectors.
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go over that first. Sorry.
Yeah, we were developing an app for hotel inspectors, and the main job of hotel inspectors is to inspect the rooms after they were cleaned by GRAs, guest room attendants. And there is a certain standard that has to be met. Let's say they have to inspect 25 rooms per day, or 35, or 50. Doesn't really matter. And the very first business objective was to somehow either increase the number of inspections that inspectors make, or make get more consistent numbers, so that usually inspectors, for example, one day they inspect 18, then they inspect 25, then like 23. But if, for example, they inspect 21, 21, 22, 21, 21, it's still like some sort of a success.
Yes, and here we create kind of goal organizer where you, when you're starting your day, you see this screen and you basically use this slider to adjust how many rooms you will inspect during the day. After you prove it and you create schedule for the day, how many rooms you will inspect per hour. So for example, from 9 to 11 you will inspect 5 rooms, from 11 to 12 you will inspect 5 rooms, and we have these like drop down menus where you select how many rooms. So and during the day you could open the app and check how many rooms out of your set you have inspected. So basically it will help you to organize your work and check your productivity in different time zones of the day. So for example, okay, before lunch I can inspect more than after lunch, so I will put more workforce for like morning, then just after, and next day I will set like better maybe schedule for my day, and I will see so like how many rooms I can inspect, and in 1 hour, for example, or before lunch, or how many rooms after lunch. And yeah, and basically it will help you to organize your work, because after, for example, month of using application, you can be sure that, okay, from 9 to 11, I can inspect only 6 rooms, no more. So I'll set 6 rooms. And if you're trying to increase your workflow, you will know, okay, in what parts of the day I can like inspect more rooms or set more rooms to inspect.
And there are just a couple of things to be added. It does look simple, but that's the beauty of it. First of all, you get to change the user's behavior. Yeah. And one of the things is that we've agreed on with the management is that this is the app for the users. The management have no access to it. So this is their free space to play in. Okay. And again, and they set the goals for themselves. Yes. No one will know about that unless you've actually accomplished something. So, and this is just some changes of your behavior. Okay, you decide, okay, I'm going to inspect 22. Oh, I couldn't do it. Okay, let's just try to inspect 21. Hey, I did it. Okay, why could I inspect 21 but couldn't inspect 22? Then you get some data. Okay, I couldn't inspect 22 because blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And then another thing why we have this schedule, while it is useful, like, yes, sure, you can use it to figure out how many rooms you can inspect per hour. Mm. But then one of the interesting things is that you have to meet a standard. Let's say 25 rooms. 25 rooms is like a big number, and most of the times you never inspect 25 rooms. But if it is like 4 rooms per hour, this is slightly different. Yeah. You don't see 25, you see 4, which is much better.
Yeah. I like that you see the workload too. That it differentiates, right? If you have 4 rooms, it's lower, right? And does that add up to some statistics or something like that?
Yeah, there is a lot of statistics in the database.
Yeah, I guess I can. If you're finished with this one, I have a couple of other ones. Yes. Let's just open up the second one. Here's a helper count. Happy guest count,
Yeah, I can introduce a little bit about here. It's a profile page of our application. So we bring identification to our users. So they, everyone have a name and everyone should have an identification or somehow. So we gave them opportunity to use avatars. It's like a list of avatars where you could select like there's animals and like females, males and whatever. So, and here you could see like progress. This big icon in the middle with people. Yeah. It's a happy guest counter. It's approximate number of guests stayed in the rooms you inspected. Here is like the first icon with this check mark. It's an icon for showing how many rooms you have set to inspect and how many rooms you inspected. And the last icon with a watch or clock, it's like how many minutes you spent in one room. So it's data, what you can see during the day, and see how you are doing. So if you know the time, how much you spent in a room, then you can actually plan how many rooms you could inspect.
And you can try and beat the time.
Yes,
you can,
I guess, but yeah.
And yes, again, these are all really, really simple concepts, but when it comes to avatar name, you're not a number in the system, you're a person, and you identify yourself with something or someone.
I like the humanizing. I mean,
I feel like I want to be an inspector now and just
do this. Looks like it gives importance too, kind of to their job.
And there's sure some friends list where you can actually interact with other inspectors, because usually you inspect rooms on your own and you get to meet other inspectors during the lunch break, but sometimes you just want to get some more positive feelings from just slightly interacting with the user. So I guess we can move on.
Yep. And, let me see. This is the...
Here is the newsfeed. We have two types of newsfeed. It's basically communication with the hotel management and communication with your friends. We pay a lot of attention to socializers in our application, but we don't want to make it like a messenger app, because it's not necessary. You don't want to take them off from the workflow.
Right.
So, and global newsfeed and friends newsfeed, it's a place where you can see communication and interaction with other users and hotel management. For example, in global newsfeed, you will able to see all the news, what's happening in the hotel, or like, for example, hotel management, like say thank you to someone. It also will pop up on the top. So, for example, if it was a really hard weekend where there was a lot of guests and inspector worked hard, so management can write thank you for this great job during the weekend. So, and everyone will able to see that, and also everyone can like the post. So it means they read it, so they seen it, and they can inform management as well. There's like we appreciate that. And also in global newsfeed, you can see like people who achieve something. So for example, if no one met from all inspector, no one met goal, like inspect 30 rooms per day, and one of them are met this goal, so it will be also popped up in the news. And also if you see this kind of bookmark icon on the top of the news from global newsfeed, it's pinned post, so its post will be every time on the top, so everyone will see it. Or if, for example, something was changed in hotel policy, so they, for example, I don't know, need to sign up some documents and go to hotel management, so they will see this message as well. And in France newsfeed, you see how your friends are doing, what they achieved, and like basically you can see like their workflows and share yours as well.
3 random persons will inspect the number of rooms they have chosen in the app. Will get a free lunch. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
No, I like that you're making the communication, I guess, with the management too better between the employees and the management. Yeah. It's not always good. I worked as an inspector once for a hotel. Yeah. So I know.
Have an app like this.
I did not. I would have loved this.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Seriously, I would have loved this. So
we're happy to hear it, because it's like
yes, this is really cool. I wasn't expecting that. Pretty intrigued.
So you've been getting good feedback from the guys over in
yes,
they're very happy.
Yes.
That's cool.
Because like what we heard from like executives, they actually happy that we met all the goals they set, for example, for us as for developers. So because they also the persons who request for something, they expect something, and what they expect we meet their expectations. So it was really great. Hotel management, they really like this, because now they can actually, thanks to like workers, so it's really create value and for workers and for management. So now they can communicate between each other.
Yeah, it makes the workplace a bit more positive, I think.
Yeah,
I would think so. But yeah, if you went to Las Vegas, both of you.
yes.
If you can, how was that?
It was a lot of work.
Yes.
have you been to the States before, or United States?
No, it was our first trip actually.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was amazing, but our workload was pretty high, because everyone is actually like thinking, oh, this guys comes to Vegas, they probably having fun there.
Yeah.
But
Casinos, alcohol.
but our fun was like since it's 9-hour difference between Norway and US, when we came first day, we woke up around 3 at the night, and we actually came for breakfast down in a hotel. We took a breakfast, we ate, we start working the morning, maybe at around 5. We started working at 8. We were supposed to go to hotel. We worked at hotel whole day from 8 or 9 till 5 p.m. We came back to our hotel, taking a shower, ate dinner, come back to work, working a little bit and sleep. And next day, it was first 6 days, it was like that. You basically what you're doing, sleeping, eating, working.
Yeah.
That's it.
I heard that they've almost forced you to stop working in the end.
Actually,
It happens.
yeah.
It happened.
Just like you said,
Yeah.
it is like some sort of a cool story. So the only chance when we got to see Las Vegas was when we were walking between the hotels.
Yes.
Right.
Like 20 minutes to once he's there, 20 minutes there. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And the guys who actually hired us was able to call us hey, we know that you've been working hard today. Do you want to just go out, just see Las Vegas? Sorry, there is this bug, and we want to introduce this feature. We will see you tomorrow in the hotel.
Yeah.
We need to make
We're squashing a few bugs, so
Yeah, because when we got a plan before we came there, so we saw that first day we're gonna job shadow our users to see and to know them more. But in fact, we got a problem with our application because the hotel, they use older devices than we got, and we tested. So basically, we got a problem. We ran our application, we set up login, press enter, and application crashed on all devices.
On all devices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you imagine companies paid for you tickets, hotel, you coming there and you think that's okay, next day I will start testing, and it's okay.
So you were a little stressed out.
Yes.
A little?
We slept for this night. We slept about 4 hours only because we were supposed to work. Because it's no way. We have to start testing as soon as it's possible because time is limited.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and we actually figured it out in the same day in the evening. It was because of CPU. They got iPad Mini 1. And we tested on iPad Mini 2, so it was only this difference and 500 megabytes of RAM.
Right.
So yes, and we fixed that. And next day we start testing, but we saw okay, now we start testing, and we were tested as bottom floors of the building, and there was another Wi-Fi spot, and all devices were connected to this spot. But our application
didn't connect to
internet. And we don't know what to do. Seriously, we tested in the next room and it worked, and now in another room it doesn't. It doesn't, and we sitting and these guys are asking, can you make it work?
Business people just
can
make
you
it
please?
work.
Yeah, they don't understand it. They're just come on.
No, but it's it wasn't in anger or something, but still we feel pressure because of course we
went all this way. Yeah.
And there was actually a problem with restriction of network because on the bottom floor there's management working, and they got a lot of restrictions in the network. So they basically allowed to open some state websites or government websites and websites of banks and hotel websites. Right. So they're not allowed to surf on the internet. And why this our app was not connected is because
it wasn't whitelisted.
It was HTTP, not HTTPS, so not secured connection.
Yeah. Right.
And when we came up to another floors, it started working, and we introduced everything was.
Yeah, but
it was fresh.
So if you get on the third floor, you get the app. Hey.
But I understand. These 2 days it was a lot of pressure.
Oof.
Right.
And no one put it on us.
Yes.
We just ran into problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we worked really hard to fix everything because you're trying to make it work and it won't work. You try another way, and yes, it was actually good experience because it's kind of crash test of us how we manage.
Problem solving.
Yes.
I mean, that's a.
And company actually
big
was surprised that's we managed that, and we wasn't like we have not put our heads in the sand like
Right.
so we start managing and haven't actually asked anyone about help, so we just had done that.
That's great.
So the problems were resolved.
Yes,
eventually,
yes,
After
everything.
6 days of no sleeping and just.
No, it was actually on the day number 4.
Okay.
And number day.
3,
day-
4, 3, 4.
3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 days.
How many days were you there? 6?
It was 12 with
12 days?
with travels.
Okay.
And there in Vegas we were about 8 days.
9 days.
9 days, yes.
So you flew straight to Las Vegas, or?
No, we flew from Amsterdam to Seattle, Vegas. Yeah, but we stayed
Right.
in Vegas.
Yes, of course. No. Seattle, yeah, Seattle. Wow, I thought, wow, I confused. So you did Sydney. I was like, what?
Oh, that would have
Like,
been awful.
what?
Just Amsterdam and then Sydney to Los Angeles.
Way better. Take the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah,
Okay.
we
Do you want to tell the viewers why Sondre is there and with Trondis?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Why am
Sondre.
I here?
This is Sondre.
Yeah.
No, Trond is away. No, he's in vacation with his family in Spain. So that's why he's co-hosting with me.
Yeah.
Right. And you're doing this. You're making your bachelor's from this, or are you writing about that, or?
yes.
This is a practical part of our
Yes.
bachelor.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So you're making a bachelor about gamification, I would guess. Or,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That is it's amazing example for us at least that we can just we have a product, we can analyze it, we can write more.
Yeah, you have
and-
you. I mean, like the data part of it, the research part of it, you got it made for you. I mean, the app is data,
Yeah.
which is just perfect. I mean,
But
it's
still, we
perfect for.
have to write.
I know.
We have to write 50 pages about
Yeah.
our project. We actually almost done that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And we've done this.
Started with 50 pages. To
No,
see,
we actually started to write our like theory. How long? Like
theory. Yeah.
how many days ago? Less than 5 days ago.
You started?
Yeah, we started.
What?
To, yes,
The 50
and,
pages.
like,
Yes.
and now it's 50 pages. And it's 50 pages. It's 2 days. It was 2 days ago actually.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
We managed
All
to
right.
write something in the planes because it's so long trip. It's like
All right.
one of the flights is 9 hours, and you're also waiting for planes in the airport. And yeah, we managed to write maybe
25 in total. 25.
25 pages.
Right.
And after when we came here, we wrote about the same or more.
Yeah.
You're just working all the time you were there, and you were getting on the plane, and yeah, let's start working again,
Ah, yeah.
writing.
Yeah, but still we have to finish that because deadline is 27th.
Yeah,
so-
it's
But we were not slacking. We just worked
No,
on the practical part. Then we went to Las Vegas. Then we didn't have time to do anything there. Then we went back. Okay, here's.
Good, good
Now
enough
we have
excuse.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of sad. That's like not the sad, but it's good part that we worked a lot. But at the same time, yes, it's theory is supposed to be done as well. And it's like you have to do this, of course, because it's like it's bachelor, and at the same time you force yourself. Just please
Just do it.
write
One more page.
Yes.
One more page.
well, that's the right.
Just
attitude.
gamify the bachelor. Just like you reach your goals. Yay!
In the
You get a
end, like-
badge.
But this is not a human problem.
yeah.
It's human focus paper.
And there is no feedback.
No.
No feedback. No, like,
Oh,
No
yeah.
feedback is gonna be our grade, you know.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Just
okay.
very
okay.
late. Yeah.
But you see, it just
Latency.
replicates the real world.
Yeah.
That would have been
It would be
something.
funny to construct the bachelor like a game. That
Yeah.
would be intense.
No, we don't have time for that right now.
No, he's like, oh, just
Just another
2 weeks.
Just
yeah.
another 2 days and
Yeah, you got it.
no, but the good part is we working together. It's because we're using same language and we like
Yeah, I mean,
we understand each other so quick, even though we so different.
Right.
Like and like I say to him something, you have to like, can you finish this? And he requests from me something, and it's done in a few seconds. We're not like discussing about like how we will do that or how
You
it's
just do
supposed
it.
to be done. Just done.
Yeah.
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 Show result. I don't like it, so me too.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Differently.
Yeah.
yeah.
So because it's like it's our way of working, we're not just spending time of talking, just doing stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of Russian method.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But you knew each other before?
No.
Oh, okay.
We actually started to communicate last year.
Yes.
We haven't communicated first year at all.
I thought you were like just like grouped together like the aesthetic students, just like a big group of people. But yeah.
But it seems now because you see it only like this year.
Right.
But yeah, first year we were kind of like apart. So.
All right. Yeah.
And this year you were in Vegas. So
Yeah.
That's nice.
Smooth transition.
yeah, smooth.
We like
transition. Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking for an hour almost, so
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
so yeah, that's all about all we have time for. But it was great. Hope you
Enjoy
It was
enjoy
nice. It was nice time. Nice to share with you at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, I mean,
This
it's
was
great.
fun. It was very
I think
interesting
people
to-
will enjoy this. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this app. It's a cool concept.
Very interesting concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just what you said.
Just what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you guys for coming and
Yeah.
Thank you.
so yeah, let's just look into the camera, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which one?
I don't know. We can watch that one, I guess. The main one. Just
Yeah.
goodbye.
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 We'll see you next week. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just.